We're on the beach, Hampton Bays, Long Island. I come up the bank. I've been playing with my cousin's grandchildren. Geez, this sand, I can't get it off. I gaze over at my cousin Margaret, smoking a cigarette and taking a sip of beer. And she says to me, "Mary Grace, I always wondered, what's it like? No kids, no husband. What kind of a life is that?" What a way to dampen a conversation. Waves are crashing, sun is beating. Who is she to judge me? I'm a professor. I read, I write, I have relationships. I climb mountains. Yet I'm busted, deflated. She doesn't understand. So the world finds Margaret in good graces and not me? I live the way I have because that's what happened. Don't get me wrong. I love mothers and children. I thank my mother for giving me life. But it wasn't in the cards for me. One of us didn't get pregnant in high school and decided to go to college and get into Tolstoy. I don't care if she has all the heirlooms from Grandma's china closet. I have the people in my heart, the squashed expectations, the mysteries, the life-on-life terms circumstances that present themselves every day. Relationships? Geez. I thought I was free to muddle along doing as I pleased, without coming under the scrutiny of a long-lost cousin. Now I'm catapulted into the past, searching for retribution. I should have known better than to go to the mailbox today. My birthday, just an ordinary day for everybody else, but Edward remembers. It's just one of those little tricks of his. A sweet gesture, prompting me to pick up the phone and have a little chat. And then there'll be a dinner invitation and a plan for a hike the next day, and I'll be back in the throes of an unhappy union. And just when I start to care again, the silence and the demands and the feelings that I'm not enough will begin. Riding the subway to work, I'm immersed in War and Peace for the third time. Maria is the character I feel the most. Maria's father, Prince Nikolai Bolonsky, was a wonderful soldier, yet a tyrant at home. He made Maria break out in hives in front of a prospective suitor by criticizing her dress. Even though Maria prayed all the time and did good works, she was still the victim of her father's rage. Yet, on his deathbed, she is the one he turns to. He calls her dear heart and says, "Thank you, dear daughter, dear friend. Forgive me. Thank you." I guess the fear of death cracked his shell of narcissism, and he was finally able to express his love for her. The only thing Edward understands is my packing my bags. And then Maria is left to deal with all the confusion and the French invading her lands and all the lost servants and the sheer emptiness of her life. Her father, with tyranny and insanity, warded off the confusion, scared everybody from asking any questions. Now she's left with a lost empire, and she's all alone. I can relate. Yet Maria knows she's a princess, and even when the peasants laugh at her for giving them wheat, she continues. This mystic read my toes and says the big space between my big and second toe signifies that I'm a princess too. A queen, maybe. I received another birthday card from my friend Elizabeth, a former student of mine. She's living in Amsterdam with her husband, and she's pregnant and could really use a friend. She suggests visiting the castles in France and England. I'm going. Maybe I'll even find my lost cousins in Italy and I'll feel right at home. Who knows? I could find the love of my life sitting in some church. Will I be happy and free? Well, Tolstoy says there's a limit to that. Hopefully, my cousin Margaret can take care of my cat. I think of her sitting on the beach, one eye on the kids, one eye on her beer, and her, "What kind of a life is that?" Well, Margaret, it's not such a bad life, after all.